Hi. So, time for another weekly update, and we can begin by looking at my weight. And as we can see, it's about 92.5 kilograms, so not a great change since last week. And, I haven't been up to anything super dramatic this week either, so no great surprise there. I'm still hovering in that 92 and 93 kilogram range, so to speak. And, I'm not really progressing anywhere, but maybe I should make some effort to change that because, I'm still overweight, clearly. And, it's not healthy for me in the long run. It can't be. But yeah, I've been doing some exercising, low intensity, and I guess that's a good thing because my throat infection seems to be back. It's a very mild one, so I won't, stop exercising completely. I will continue, but I will do this low intensity exercise regimen that I began last week. So I won't sort of push myself to the limit. I won't work up much of a pulse, but I will sort of exercise so that I get my blood flowing. Sort of like, I work up maybe a sweat, but not much of a pulse. And that's reasonable. And I'm managing to stick to my plans when it comes to my back situation. It is improving. Basically every week it's getting slightly better, and right now I don't hurt very much at all. I do feel the pain still. I do feel that there's a discomfort back in my lower back, and that it sort of spreads down my left leg. But it's getting better, a lot better with time. And hopefully until my dissertation it will be basically completely gone. That's really my greatest hope, that when I hold my dissertation on the 16th of November, so it's in a little less than a month now, then it will, be over, at least the pain part. Then of course I will have to stick with my exercising. I will have to stick with doing rehab exercises, but more of a maintenance thing than having to do it every single day sort of deal. But yeah, I'm probably going to try a bit more with, getting back on track with weight loss, actual weight loss, and not just staying in one place. Excuse me. At the start of the year, I was almost at 100 kilograms. Now I'm about 92 to 93 kilograms. And, it is a substantial change, definitely. And the situation is not nearly as dire as it was back then, but it's far from good, And I gotta be careful so that I don't just regain all the weight that I've lost until this point, because, for a brief period of time before my back pain got real bad, I actually managed to get down to, 87 kilograms at some point, I think, and now I've sort of bounced back up again, so I need to make sure I don't bounce even further up, and maybe I can go back down again. I think the healthy target weight for me would maybe actually be around 80 kilograms and not 92 or 93. So, ideally I would be under 90 kilograms by now, but things haven't really worked out, and a lot of that has to do with the loss of motivation due to the back pain, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So let's keep up with that, and let's keep up with the weekly ritual of looking at my body. So it's interesting. From week to week, you don't really see much of a change in how my body looks. But if we look like at my thinnest point versus how I am now, we can see that I've regained some of the weight that I lost initially. So I'm still sort of like visually thinner than I was initially, but I'm also visually more obese than I was at my sort of lowest weight. I don't really have much more to say. I'm sort of working towards getting my dissertation finished, and I'm doing the presentation for that, trying to get that to work. I'm preparing for some other events that have to do with, recreational activities, and that's fun, but it's going to be a bit stressful. But now that my back pain is subsiding, basically it feels like I can tackle almost any challenge head on. Once the pain is gone, everything feels so possible in a way. So yeah, optimism is back up at its fullest point, but that doesn't mean that I'm fully healthy, that everything is working out 100%. And maybe it can't be expected to be that way. Maybe I can never expect to be at 100% ideal conditions. And I simply have to work with what I actually have. Well, I don't really have much more to say today. So until next time, have a good one and goodbye.